Hey everybody, Frito Scoops here today, and my name is Taylor Bonds, and I am vision impaired. I'm fully blind in my right eye, and I am partially blind in my left eye. Anyways, this what is a better way than to make a video than to introduce myself to my subscribers. So, anyways, my name is Taylor Bonds. And my vision impaired, just like I said. My left eye is legally blind. I have bad peripheral vision. Actually, I have no peripheral vision in my left eye, and then I have tunnel vision in my left eye, and then it has glaucoma. It had probably maybe 14, 16 retina eye surgeries, retina detachments, eye surgeries for reattachments. And then my left eye, I can't see anything out of it. Pretty much like as if ill. Pretty much I wasn't born blind. I was born in Kansas, Wichita. I was pretty much when a few months, I was sent to a foster care when I was only a few months old. I was abused by my foster care parents. What they did was they pushed these eyes in, and then that is actually when I actually had my very first eye surgery. When I pretty much my very first, that was actually when I actually had my first eye surgery. So what doctors did try to do was they tried to fix this eye, but they couldn't. But they were able to fix this eye. So luckily I have vision in this eye. What else? I was raised I was raised up in Missouri. My mom did get me out of foster care. My biological mom got me out of foster care when I was 1 year old, by the way. I never met my dad, and I have 12 brothers and 2 sisters, by the way. Anyways, back to my story. So I was raised in Missouri, in Branson, Missouri. I went to high school up in Branson, Missouri, and then pretty much everything was going great. But when 2015 to 2016, when that hit, which was my senior year because I graduated in 2016. That's pretty much when everything went down. Let's see. Me and my brothers and my 2 sisters are living with my mom, except for the ones that moved out already. And anyways, my mom pretty much by this time she had bone marrow cancer, and well, she, it was pretty hard for her to get out of bed to pretty much do things like pretty much like just to get up to walk was pretty much hard for her. And eventually we got to the point to where we couldn't afford the to where my mom got to a point to where she couldn't afford monthly payments. So we pretty much were going to get evicted. So pretty much I probably have a week or two before pretty much before I have to leave the house, because we're getting evicted, like I said, 2016. This is pretty much like 2 weeks before I actually graduated. So pretty much during that time before I graduated, one of my older brothers, what he did, my second oldest brother, what he did was, my mom lived with him and my 2 sisters, and 3 of my younger brothers lived with him. Lived with him. And then me, and then 2 of my other brothers, one of my buddies, and Snoop Dogg. We got a place pretty much right after we got evicted. So right after I graduated, that's when we actually got an apartment. I pretty much stayed in this apartment probably only a few months. I was jobless. I wasn't making money at all. So I couldn't afford to pay rent. Couldn't afford to eat. My freaking one of my brothers and one of his buddy, who I don't even like, decides to get a dog. So anyways, they decide to get a dog. And let me just say, they didn't know how to train it, so shout out all over the house. So anyways, when a few months went by, I got me on SSI. I put him with the help of people. By the way, I didn't get on SSI by myself. Anyways, I found me a place then at the Shepherd Inn up in Missouri still, and it was $495 a month. So yeah, $495 a month, right? You're going to be like, oh, that's not bad. Well, this place was in awful condition. It had roaches, it had bed bugs, it pretty much had everything, you can name it. And well, let's see what else. I stayed at the Shepherd Inn for probably 2 months, and then when June of 2000 sorry about that. Then I went from the Shepherd Inn to Springfield, Missouri. Stayed at a motel for a week because I still had I had SSI and I still had it. And then, well, I was pretty much like broke at this time because I wasn't using common sense. So one day, pretty much at the end of this week, when I went to Springfield, and at the end of the week, when pretty much I had to leave, I just got the random idea to I pretty much decided that I wanted to go to Oklahoma first because I thought that state would be better than Missouri, which I was wrong. I went to the capital, and this is how I actually got there. What I did was I walked so I started walking. Night comes eventually. I'm still on the highway. I'm using Google Maps the best I can because I was able to get a cheap phone and my phone still had service on it, thankfully. Anyways, so I'm using Google Maps and nighttime finally comes. It's going to take like 14 days, I think. I forgot, not too sure. I think it said like 14 or 13 days. And anyways, I found this this barn with a whole bunch of cattle, with I guess cows or whatever, and then there was like grass. There was like grass. There was you had the road right here. You pretty much had the road, and then you had grass, and then there was actually a train track right here, and then there was grass right here, and then there was and then there was a fence, pretty much. there was the fence, which was where the cattle was. Pretty much, I slept between the fence and between the train tracks. And anyways, morning came. Let me just say, it wasn't that bad. Sleeping there. It wasn't cold. No, wait, it wasn't too cold. I guess. Anyways, at night, the morning came. I pretty much, I don't know when I got up, but I'm pretty sure it was early in the morning. So I started walking still. I have Google Maps pull up and everything, and then, well, pretty much probably a few hours went by or so. Someone stops, actually gives me something to drink, and got me something to eat, and helped me get my ticket to Oklahoma, which I am very grateful for. And then, so when I finally got to Oklahoma, I'm still broke and homeless, pretty much now. So what to do? What did I do? Well, with the pretty much the last of the money that I had, I went to McDonald's. I made me an order. Started eating. I met this person who I thought was cool and all, new, and so he took me to his place, but to be honest, which he did have a place, but it's not in good condition. No power, no electric, no water. So yeah. Anyways, somewhere along the line, a few days go by, because I'm still staying here. Pretty much I was pretty much been threatened by this dude, so I pretty much left with pretty much everything that I had on my back. By the way, oh, I did have like pretty much everything on my back. Sorry about the camera being moved around. It's like you guys are just viewing the ceiling. God, what am I doing? Anyways, so I took the stuff from that I had, that I bought to Oklahoma, of course, and I left the person's house. The same day I found a shelter, which was called the Rescue Mission, which I stayed there for a whole month, and then my SSI finally came in. So what did I do? Instead of staying put in Oklahoma or anything, which I'm glad I didn't, I get to a Greyhound station. I get me a bus ticket to come up here to Washington State. And when I get up here to Washington State, it's nighttime. I'm not too sure what part of Washington I was at when I got off the Greyhound. Somehow, I found me a Walmart. I got me something to eat. I got me a sleeping bag. A really good sleeping bag too. I found like this abandoned building, and I found out that I was in Winton, by the way, and I found an abandoned building. I slept in it, probably 2 days or so. Got caught. The police ratted me out or whatever. Okay, raided me out. Then pretty much, I started sleeping in these woods, and then eventually I found like the library up in Winton, so I went there. And then one day, pretty much when I was there was this outreach team organization that found me, which is called Nexus. They helped me get off of the street, to get off the streets. And this is actually their program. Hi, Hale. This is just the traditional housing program. So I pretty much only have um I pretty much have only have till December, and then I have to leave this place. I got me a job up here in Washington. That was one of the things that I did. And then pretty much one of the other things that I did was I went to go get me an eye doctor. I forgot to mention this, but when pretty much in 2016, when my mom was still alive, when I was still going to school, I had a retina detachment, and so pretty much I had eye surgery. And pretty much when they do a retina retachment eye surgery, they have a few ways. So what they did was they always knocked me out. So I have silicone over my eye, and finally that I finally get that stuff out when I get up here, and that was when I found out that I was diagnosed with glaucoma in my left eye. I got connected to Services for the Blind. I got connected. Pretty much, I got connected to everything that I need. Like, I got me free health care. I got pretty much everything. Like, that's pretty much how I got here to this day. Anyways, pretty much the main reason why I actually moved up here to Washington is because mainly, like, I wanted to work, right? But the thing is, up in Missouri, they don't have fucking buses. You know what they have? They have stupid taxis. And you know how expensive it is to fucking take a taxi or a fucking Uber every single fucking day from oh shit, the battery's going to die. Anyways, do you know how expensive it is to take an Uber every single a taxi or an Uber every single day to work in from? It's fucking expensive. And so I take advantage of the public transportation that they have up here. That's one of the reasons I came up here. The other reason is I came up here is to get connected to Services for the Blind, which I did. As you can see, I have a key right here. And not only that, the other thing is I actually want to get a CNI dog, but Services for the Blind doesn't do that. And apparently it's so damn freaking hard to get into a damn fucking school, a free school for to get a damn CNI dog if you're vision impaired. So that's pretty much like the main reason why I came up here. And then not only that, I'm adventurous. I'm curious. I mean, shoot, I lived up in Missouri pretty much. I was pretty much raised up in Missouri. You think I want to fucking live up there, seeing the same crap over again, the same shows and shit? Not saying that I'm ready to go do that, but you know. So, that is my life story. My name is Taylor Barnes, and thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And you may recognize me from you may recognize me as Frito Scoops. Well, if you do, please don't forget to check out my music playlist on YouTube on YouTube in the description below. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. Have an awesome day.